Welcome everyone. Today Cowboys report. Thank you for joining me in this episode. We look inside of the Dallas Cowboys organization. Today we focus on two big topics. First one is the latest news on Trevon Diggs and the question everyone is asking, will he return this week? Second is Brian Schottenheimer confirming that Kenneth Murray will continue to start at linebacker even with pressure from Logan Wilson. Let us break everything down step by step. Trevon Diggs situation. Diggs was officially designated to return on November 30. That means the Cowboys opened his 21-day return window. During this window, he can practice, but the team must decide when to replace him back on the active roster. Right now, he is still in the middle of that 21-day period. That was hope that he might come back last week, but according to ESPN reporter Jeremy Fowler, Trevon Diggs is still working to get his body back into full game condition. He has been away for a long time, and returning to the National Football League speed is not simple. So the question remains, is this week final return for the Trevon Diggs? ESPN recently suggested that the Cowboys might consider cutting Trevon Diggs in the future. This idea immediately created noise among of the fans. It is important to understand something. This is not report from the Cowboys, it is on a speculation. The team has not shared any public plan to move on from him. For now, the focus inside of the organization is simply to get him healthy and ready to contribute again. Could he return this week? This is a question. There is real possibility. The Cowboys have seen improvement in his movement during practice sessions. Coaches want to see how he responds to the increased activity, whether he can handle full speed drills. If everything goes well, this could be a week he came back. If they feel he needs more time, they can still wait because of the return window is not finished. Brian Schottenheimer on Kenneth Murray. Let's talk about also Kenneth Murray. Now let us move to the linebacker situation currently. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer was asked about the competition between Kenneth Murray and Logan Wilson. Many fans believed Wilson could take Murray's spot, but the coach made his position very clear. He said, "It is good comparison. Both players are very important players, but attribute will really take, like the run and hit ability of Kenneth Murray and the physicality he plays with really stand out of the film. Logan Wilson also has also done an incredible job learning the system and breaking down plays quickly. Right now, we are getting positive play from both players, and that is why you see the numbers the way they are." The statement confirms that Kenneth Murray will continue as the starter. According to the Schottenheimer, Kenneth Murray brings strong run and hit ability, physical play, energy and aggression, reliable speed when chasing down ball carries. These are qualities the Cowboys value, especially in the defensive scheme. Logan Wilson is not being ignored. The coach praised him for his ability and learn quickly. His skills in leading offensive formation, his intelligence in understanding the system, but for now, the staff believes Murray should remain the number one option. Cowboys' defensive structure depends heavily on speed at linebacker. Keeping Kenneth Murray as the starter, maintaining continuity, using Logan Wilson in rotation gives the team flexibility. Both players help team in different ways and Coaches believe the team is stronger when both are involved. So here is where things stand. Trevon Diggs' good progress still in the 21-day window. Possible return this week not granted. Cut rumors, only speculation not from the team. Kenneth Murray confirmed to continue as a starter at linebacker. Logan Woodson continued to rotate and contribute while learning the system. Thank you for spending your time with us today on Cowboys Report. Make sure you stay tuned. Your selection for the Dallas Cowboys. The first mock draft from Danny Blugler of The Athletic is now out, and it brings major conversation about the future the Cowboys defense. This is a hot news and a breaking news that we are going to talk about today. The Dallas Cowboys enter this draft season with more questions than answers. The team has struggled with the consistent injuries and the uncertainty around key players. At the same time, they have 2 first-round picks. This is rare. It gives them power and flexibility. Danny Blugler, one of the most respected draft experts from The Athletic, released his first mock draft. His choices for the Cowboys immediately caught attention. Before we get into the specific players, we'll need to explore why he made this prediction. Let's talk about on the Trevon Diggs questions. Trevon Diggs is one of the most talented cornerbacks Dallas has had in the past decade, but his future is unclear because of the injuries and contract concerns. Diggs suffered a serious knee injury, and even though he is working hard to come back, the Cowboys cannot fully trust what he will look like long term. This is why Danny Blugler believes the Cowboys might draft a cornerback early. It is not respected to Diggs. It is not disrespected for the Diggs. It is preparation. The smart franchise prepares for every possible outcome. Why cornerback becomes priority for the Cowboys? Let us see what Dallas is facing. Diggs' recovery timeline, lack of depth behind him, struggle in coverage during important games, the defensive system that needs strong man coverage, a higher pressure NFC with a right wide receiver. All these makes cornerback not just a need, but a strategic target. The Gerald McCoy is the tennis cornerback. He is young, fast, confident, and very smooth in coverage. He did not play in the 2025 because of the ACL injury, but then Blugler still calls him a top-quality cornerback with long-term upside. Why? Because his 2024 tape was exceptional. He showed excellent footwork, great ability to mirror receivers, calm reaction, sharp awareness, impressive recovery speed. Even with an injury, teams remember what he showed in the 2024. Some fans worry because of scouts do not have a fresh 2025 video footages, but Blugler notes that McCoy will be more than 1 year removed from the injury by NFC Combine. That is enough recovery time. Teams will test him physically. They will measure his strength, speed, and agility. If the medical evaluation comes back clean, McCoy becomes a strong first-round option. And remember, Dallas has always been willing to draft talented players coming off the injuries. Cowboys' history with the injured players, it is another big issue, my friend. Over the years, Dallas has drafted several players who were returning from the injury. They like taking chances on low talent. It is part of the identity. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. but they always trust their medical staff and the scouting department. For example, Jalen Smith, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Sans Ree, this history makes McCoy a natural match. Why McCoy first fit the Dallas scheme? Of course, you can ask yourself why McCoy first all of it on the McCoy on Dallas feet. Cowboys defense relies on aggressive cornerback play, place coverage, speed on the outside, quick reaction, foot tackling on the edge. McCoy checks all these boxes. He is strong in man coverage but also comfortable in his own scheme. He is exactly what type of the cornerback coaches love to develop. The second major prediction from Dan Blugler is George running back C.J. Aaron. C.J. Aaron is fast, physically intelligent, strong land defender, good in short area coverage, a leader on the defense. He is the kind of the linebacker who fits perfectly in modern NFL defenses. Dallas has needed a reliable, durable linebacker from the several seasons. Injuries have hurt them in this position many times. C.J. Aaron provides stability and youth. The Cowboys linebacker group has dealt with injuries, inconsistent play, lack of depth, poor tackling in key moments. Drafting C.J. Aaron solves these problems instantly. He brings energy and discipline. This is why Blugler mock draft feels realistic. Cowboys reports host Tom Downren reacted to the mock draft with balanced opinion. He mentioned the concerns about McCoy injury history, the risk versus rewards, the need for immediate contributors, the excitement of having 2 first-round picks, the importance of rebuilding this defense, the possibility of Diggs returning at full strength. Downray believes these picks match the Cowboys' long-term plan. Let's break McCoy game into detailed areas. Coverage ability, he stays close to the receiver and rarely panic. Footwork, very clean especially in tight coverage situations. Football intelligence, he leads offensive quickly. Recovery speed, even when beaten, he closes the gap well. Competitiveness, he does not back down. He plays with confidence. These traits are exactly what Dallas wants. Tackling, strong, controlled, and reliable. Land defense, C.J. Allen scores for the Cowboys. Tackling, he's strong, controlled, and reliable. On the defense line, finds the ball quickly and attack. On pass coverage, he is good at covering running backs and tight ends. On the leadership, C.J. Lamb communicates clearly with his teammates. Athletic ability, he moves smoothly across the field. Dallas loves linebacker with this profile. How did these 2 first-round picks shape for the future of the Golden State Warriors? The 2 first-round picks allow Dallas to address multiple weaknesses, breed young core players, create long-term stability, keep the defense strong for the years, add cheap, talented rookies while managing the salary cap. This is layer. Dallas must take advantage of it. Dallas want to get fast, get strong, improve tackling, strength to coverage, prepare for the injuries, build long-term defensive identity. This draft fits all of these goals. If Diggs come back healthy, the Cowboys have 2 strong corners. The defense can become more dangerous. McCoy can learn slowly. The secondary becomes a team strength. Drafting McCoy does not replace Diggs. It protects the team. If Diggs struggles, Dallas still has a young starter. No pressure to force Diggs to play. Defense remains stable. McCoy grows into the role. This is why Blugler's prediction is very smart. Over the next 5 years, adding McCoy and C.J. Allen can strengthen defensive units, create leadership, bring speed and youth, improve playoff performance, breed identity around defense. This is the future of Dallas wants. This mock draft is not just names, it is a plan, philosophy, strategy for long-term success. The Cowboys must prepare for the injuries, player contract, changing defensive system, touch NFC competition. Drafting McCoy and C.J. Allen is a step toward stability. Thank you for spending. Second is Brian Schottenheimer confirming that Kenneth Murray will continue to start at linebacker, even with pressure from Logan Wilson. Let us break everything down step by step. Trevon Diggs situation. Diggs was officially designated to return on November 30. That means the Cowboys opened his 21-day return window. During this window, he can practice, but the team must decide when to replace him back on the active roster. Right now, he is still in the middle of that 21-day period. That was hope that he might come back last week, but according to ESPN reporter Jeremy Fowler, Trevon Diggs is still working to get his body back into full game condition. He has been away for a long time, and returning to the National Football League speed is not simple. So the question remains, is this week final return for the Trevon Diggs? ESPN recently suggested that the Cowboys might consider cutting Trevon Diggs in the future. This idea immediately created noise among the fans. It is important to understand something. This is not report from the Cowboys, it is an speculation. The team has not shared any public plan to move on from him. For now, the focus inside of the organization is simply to get him healthy and ready to contribute